Here we go.
Okay. Are we cooking? I'd like to call to order the City of Whitehouse Economic Development Corporation meeting for May 21st, 2026. It's 12 p.m. Susan, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Let's see. Bob Breedlove, Charles Parker,
Here.
Ernie LaFleur,
Here.
John Chambers, Maria Davenport,
Here.
Tom Trimble, and Jerry Akins.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Awesome. Item number 2 is a consent agenda.
Is it not?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Item
Carl.
C is presentations. We don't have any, right? Item D, agenda items, discussion, consideration, and action on strengthening partnerships within the Whitehouse, with the Whitehouse Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, sir.
Are we a
I
member of
don't
the
have a whole
Chamber of Commerce?
packet. Yes, sir, we are. We are. And just FYI, I'll say this out loud. For some reason, I think we're working audio. Audio can be heard, but for some reason, I don't think the video is working for this meeting. It happened last time as well. Audio was working, but the video itself was not, and I don't know why. So just so everybody knows that's why there's not a video going out at the moment.
Ernie, if memory serves, I think we're a top level
Yes,
member
we are.
for the chamber.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should get preferred seating.
What's that?
We should get preferred seating or something.
Yes, yes. Oh, I should go to more of the meetings.
Yeah, but this was something that Charles, you and Ernie had both asked for to be on the agenda, and so I started thinking about it. And yes, we are members of the chamber, and I think our relationship between the EDC and the chamber is already very positive, and I feel like it's growing organically with the executive director being just a couple of doors down from me. We already are collaborating on different things. When she gets someone who comes in who needs something from that possibly the EDC could help, she sends them my way. I've had people ask me about becoming members of the chamber, so I make sure that they have her information and can get in touch with her. We've gone to different luncheons and different little seminars together. So honestly, I don't know what you all were thinking or if you just wanted to hear that. But I really do think our relationship is growing, and it's growing organically, which I think is the best.
I guess one of the things that I would like to see, and I'm not sure exactly, we can't make her a board member, but I would certainly value having,
Actually,
thank you,
Mhm.
come to our meetings or make
Oh.
sure that she knew that she was invited.
Yes, I can make
and
sure
so
she
that
knows.
she's up on what we're talking about and what we're doing.
yeah, I agree.
I think that collaborative effort would be very, very beneficial to all of us.
That is not a problem.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I will make that happen.
And beyond that, I mean, I would just like to, get hear from her during our meetings as to what the chamber's doing
Okay.
and see how that aligns with us and create an agenda space on here for her to be able to do that.
I can do that. That is not a problem.
Pretty easy, really.
Mhm.
But I need an agenda item to be able to say it.
I understand.
and
So,
see if everybody else agreed with me.
I think that's a terrific idea, and it's not a criticism because this new setup is so much better for collaboration
yes.
and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But we often do get into things where perhaps there could be
Their
some
perspective.
synergy
Mhm.
if we had a little discussion.
Sure. No, that's not a problem.
Really, that's about the only thing I have is, I just want to be able to talk about membership and what different businesses are doing and hear from the chamber's point of view,
Okay.
where they're at, where they're going, what's happening, and having a little update and including them in our conversations overall.
Okay. Yep. That's easy. I can do
As
that.
like a non-voting member.
Okay.
Agreed.
Is everybody else on board with that? Cool.
All right.
So that's all I've got on that one, unless somebody else has something.
All right.
Item 2, discussion, consideration, and action on aligning the EDC with the updated strategic plan being developed by the City of Whitehouse.
And again, that was one that you had asked for.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you want me to like give a
Well,
little
let me
bit.
set the tone and
Okay.
then let you kind of drive in.
All right.
Uh, you know, the White House, the City of Whitehouse is doing their own strategic plan. Again, updating it as well as, because we did one, what, 6, 7 years ago?
2018.
Um, yeah, it was so long ago I was mayor. Uh, and that's something that probably, has to take place every so many years. And part of that strategic plan included business development, because it's great to have ideas, but where are you going to have the money? And that's where economic development comes in. And that's why it's important for our role. And it's taken us a long time, baby steps, growing and everything with that. But uh, we brought in, just revisiting history here, we brought in Tom Mullins to start with. We uh, kind of set our, 4 major pillars that we kind of work off of. And we've been kind of working that pathway forward here. Uh, I would like to see us consider a more synergistic meeting with whatever comes out of that vision plan so that whatever we're doing over here meets with that and also continues to merge in with what the chamber's doing as well, so that we keep the energy kind of moving forward in a positive sense. That's my vision of it. And that's always been my vision uh, since the very first strategic plan came out. But uh, I also think that we might need at some point to have a strategy session and really sit down and spend a few hours and talk about that and what that direction might look like as well. So if you haven't gone in and looked at the current vision plan for the city, I would encourage you to do so. And anyway, that's kind of where my thought process is. Susan, if you would kind of add your charm and thoughts, I would be grateful.
Of course.
Or Leslie, or both.
Or both. Yeah. I had this whole spiel planned for you, which you've already gone through basically the first part of it. We all know that we're updating those plans. And I think that this should, okay, let me look at this. You don't have the final draft of anything yet, do you?
So
by
maybe it
chance?
helps if I give you an update on where the city
Okay.
is with their strategic plan. So we held a stakeholder meeting and kind of got input on what should be in the new strategic plan. And the findings out of that have not yet been presented to council. I'm working with our consultant to kind of refine what that looks like. But I do think what will come out of that is kind of 3 focus areas, which are shaping community life, activating economic investment, and building organizational capacity. So a lot of talk that day was centered around economic development and what we can do to really make sure that we're an attractive place for developers. Of course, there are organizational things in there and capacity on infrastructure. All of those things tie closely in together. But one of the key components that I think will be really important for economic development in particular is creating community districts or development districts that have a certain style or component to them that really make them unique. And so what is probably going to be in the strategic plan is to start with 2 kind of development districts. So when you think about kind of what we're already doing here in downtown with City Center, what's coming next with City Hall, Fire Station, City Park, that almost serving as a district in and of itself to really activate economic investment. So it's still very high level. I do think it might be helpful at some point, maybe in the fall, to have a joint meeting with the council to go over this, because so much of it is tied to economic development and making sure that y'all are really working through this together and buy-in on both of them. But things like district branding, land use and design, really attracting anchor tenants to those development areas and making sure we have the capacity making them ripe for development, from a commercial standpoint, it's really one of the big keys that I expect will be approved on the strategic.
And that, again, that's my next paragraph. We were talking, I wanted to talk about the redevelopment opportunities and creating these development districts with anchor areas and anchor tenants and some mixed use development. We have that somewhat in our zoning ordinance now. This really is great timing because this is what when I went to the inner city trip with this Tyler EDC, that's exactly what we went to look at. Greenville has that in their downtown, and they have done a fabulous job of getting these different districts built out, and each one having their own identity, so to speak, but it's still aligned with the city and the EDC and what they want. So I'm excited to work with the city and to partner with them. I hope you guys are too, and let's put our input in on this and make sure that we build Whitehouse intentionally the way that we would like for it to be built.
The other thing,
Was that Greenville, South Carolina?
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
they've really grown.
They have.
Um,
They-
So each economic development district had a theme kind of thing?
Well, no, well, each just development district had like their own branding, their own signage, very cohesive. The colors and everything were the same, but sometimes like the park area was more had I can't remember exactly what it was, but their little logo for that was more park driven. And then their entertainment district had like, an entertainment kind of logo. I hate to say logo because it's not a logo, but it's just their branding, so you know that which district you're in.
And it could be as simple as similar construction material,
Yes.
facade,
Give it a look like it's coherent.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of like what we saw up in Lindale. We were talking about that there. Yeah.
well, and one of the things, and I'm not being critical, but there are, some of us have been on different pages with the direction and what's realistic for us to achieve. Bringing in a data center is, not only has it become now controversial, but we got a 4x4 square mileage of land, 16 square miles, that's mostly homes here. I don't really think a data center is a realistic goal for us, controversy aside, let alone
Just for space.
just for space alone. Okay. So when we start having this conversation, we need to be real about what we can accomplish and what we can do inside a 4x4. And what does that look like, and what do we want it to look like? And I think, early on we had mostly consensus of opinion that we really felt like that growing our retail and our restaurants and our, that type of thing was probably, and maybe at some point creating an entertainment district and some different things like that. I still think that's probably our best bet, but I would like to see this body meet and have a conversation to make sure that we don't have so many outliers that we've lost sight of what our real mission is. Because in my view, if we went out and spent $30 million and bought everything up and down 110 and decided, we were going to lease that or rent it out and go get tenants for it, we would open the door for a lot of opportunity. We just have to find $30 million. I mean,
Right.
that's the kicker to it. So, how do you attract that outside investment? And if we're not on the same page and we're not aligned with what the council and the chamber want to do, then we're going to lose our focus and we're going to continue to do a shotgun approach. And that's not going to produce the results that anybody wants. That's my opinion. Did I say that politically correct enough, or did I go too far?
No, that wasn't too close.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had a kind of really a quality of life focus, and
Yeah,
is what we've been talking about previously.
yeah, but we need to really hone in on more the economic side, I think, of the quality of life, because it's great to talk about quality of life until you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you paid for some big stuff. The upcoming parks are a big deal, and they're picking itself. So we're checking some key boxes.
Yes, it's all positive.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what I heard from that is we'll have a joint meeting with the city council, and then you guys would like to have like a strategic planning meeting of just us.
I'd like to have a workshop.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my ignorance, are there areas that look like I kind of agree with Charles. I hadn't thought of something like a data center being rational just because of the geographical restrictions in our space. But are there areas that could be annexed by the city, or are we pretty well surrounded so that we couldn't annex any areas to the south or
Anybody that wants to be annexed has to request it.
Mm-hmm.
The city can't go out and grab land. That's now against the law.
Yeah.
The state of Texas to do that. So what you would have to have is somebody who wants to come over. Now, there's a number of properties inside our ETJ. Some of it are outside of our certificate of convenience and necessity, our ability to provide water, and would require running sewer out there, but it would be in another water district. So there's some value propositions within that where, you know, we might not get our return as quickly or whatever, but there's nothing that would really restrict somebody from coming out here and buying a piece of property and say, yeah, we want city sewer, and be able to tie into that. And we want the other city services that come along with that. And we're willing to, you know, pay the taxes and, you know, work something out within that framework.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
my understanding.
And that is correct. That's what I was going to say. We do have ETJ properties that could come in to the city limits easily. Or, well, somewhat easily. We have to provide them services.
it's an option.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. What else we got on that? Anybody? I'm dominating the conversation again.
Sounds like a good plan for me. going
Yeah, the
forward.
workshop sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we could do that, maybe, I don't know how everybody's vacation schedules or whatever, but, you know, I'm thinking really in July would be a good time to do that.
I'll look at some dates and send some out to you guys. See if that works with everybody's schedules.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on then. Item 3, discussion and update on the retail coach.
All right. So now you're going to let me talk.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, they continue to stay very active with recruitment efforts for us. They're working with several restaurant, retail, and hotel properties right now. They were in Las Vegas this week for the ICSC conference, which they had, I wouldn't say several, but they had quite a few different retailers and mostly restaurant and a couple of developers that they were going to talk to on our behalf. So I am waiting to get back their notes from that. I'm very curious to see how all that worked out. Let's see. And we do have time secured with that's them with the quick serve restaurant. When they get back, they will be sending me their notes on their targeted information or the targeted people that they worked with. But we also have a time set with a local developer who we're going to talk to about maybe doing some more retail development where we could bring in, like what you're talking about, where we could bring in different retailers and have space for them. Because that is a big part of the problem is we just don't have the space. When somebody comes in and wants to be here, we're limited. So we're going to talk with this developer and see if they would be interested in doing something where we can create some more space. And they've also started taking a different approach to hotels. They had been going directly to the corporate offices and talking with them first. They've tried this approach in a different city and it worked for them. So they're going to try it here where they go directly to those who operate the hotels instead of the corporate offices and start talking with them directly and see if that will get us off center and we can start having some meaningful conversations about that. And that's pretty much all I've got, unless you guys have questions.
What's the status of some of those properties we were talking about on 110 potentially purchasing?
I only actively pursued the one that we had identified, and that owner did not accept our agreement and did not want to counter,
But it remains for sale.
and it remains for sale.
You saw we were way too low.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even counter.
No.
That's
Well, I say he didn't counter. He counted at the full price.
what was the full price?
Okay.
Yeah.
An executive session.
We can't,
Open meeting.
we
Yeah.
can't do that. Yeah.
Do that here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can update.
Yeah. We
Yes.
can do that later. Okay.
Okay.
I'm used to the business world where, we can just say whatever we want, whenever we want to say it. Nothing worth-
Anything else? On the retail. Okay, item 4, consider future agenda items. Well, we've listed off a couple.
Anything else?
Anything else? Anybody thoughts?
Are we sort of just dead in the water right now as far as properties that we could possibly look at purchasing?
This moment, I wouldn't say dead in the water. We just don't have
Do you
anything
have anything picked out?
on to,
Nothing
right.
new, yeah.
Yeah, nothing new.
Are you asking to have that on the agenda as a future discussion to look at maps again?
Well, not unless we thought we could identify something new on the maps that we didn't look at before. That being the case, if we thought so, then yeah, because I don't want that
Would you
to.
add in a discussion of various properties and opportunities within the city of Whitehouse?
And I don't want to update when it would be already started.
Oh, yes, I should do that. Thank you.
What else? Okay. Item E, receive reports from staff.
Yes,
We had
sir.
money in the bank.
Yep.
Sales taxes are back on the up.
Yeah.
Yes, so here is the charts we usually show, but let me give me a second and I'll let y'all take a look at that first and you let me know and then I'm going to go over to the bank statements.
So yeah, right now sales tax up 6.6%.
Yeah. We're still I think still in a good position.
Quarter to quarter, or month to month, or year to year, or what
Fiscal year to
Fiscal
today.
year.
fiscal year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did I go? I went all the way over here. I gotta get back to, there I am. Yeah, April's allocation came in just over 126,000. That's the entire,
That's the entire sales
it's
tax.
the entire
collection.
sales tax collection, not just our part. Yes. Yeah. And I think
Well, that's
just,
good news.
yeah. So from that point, I think we're still doing well.
Yeah, we had budgeted for it to be flat from the prior year, so any increases.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
I was looking at the financial statement. I was trying to remember what institution is MBIA?
Oh, that is text pool. I know it's so strange. I don't know why it says MBIA, but it's actually text pool. Give me one
It's who?
second. Text pool. It's a Well, I'll let you explain it.
It's an investment pool that municipalities use
Oh, okay.
to get better rate.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can get back here. It doesn't want to end the slide.
There's several ones that cities use because they pay interest daily.
Okay.
So
Compounded daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to end the slideshow.
returns
Give me
are-
1 second and we'll get.
Yeah.
and the rates are a lot better too
Well, that's
than our local bank.
See, that's what's going out right now.
Yeah.
My
Your
Huh.
profile.
my profile. Yeah. Give me 1 second where I can get to.
they're going to be
Here's-
impressed with all the conversation coming from just
It's from me. I know. Everything. So who knew? I have so many talents y'all don't know about. But here's our the Austin Bank report. Do we need to change that description? The first one, Leslie, under cleared other.
I don't know.
I think we do. Yep. That's that one.
Is there the way we've got it segregated? I can't. trying to do it from memory.
Okay.
We have at Austin Bank we have what 200 and some odd thousand.
218, I believe.
Yeah, 218. And so, is this our first go-to account, and then the other is a little bit more longer term?
Yes.
Yes.
And we'd shift money from MBIA to here if we needed it for immediate.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. And then here is the MBIA.
That was for years.
Yes, 416.
460.
So, and all we have here is just the starting balance and then our April interest of 1,200. So that's the end of that one.
Good, we didn't bounce any checks.
Nope, nothing bounced. And then the economic development dashboard is here. So again, that's the total sales tax collected, the whole pie, not just our part, and then the sales tax per capita. Our visits went down just a little bit to our website.
So what's our monthly income average there?
Hey, John.
I just can't. What would monthly income be?
Monthly income, I don't think is on.
Well,
There.
What's up? What are these?
It's the
Yeah.
total sales tax collected that we showed on the other
Okay.
slide.
So that's city. And
Oh, that's
City
good.
and EDC, and then this slide over here is just our per capita.
So so this is total city, so we don't know the EDC portion.
Correct. But that's the total per
Yeah,
capita.
that's- Yeah, so that's per capita.
it was
Tell me.
21,000 in April.
21,000. So that'd be
Is what it in Austin Bank.
Yes, yes, because we got, that's right.
because if we ever had to, we could borrow these.
See, here's our, Leslie's right, here's our EDC transfer. That's what we got for April.
Okay.
Is there any particular reason for the diminish in website views?
Not that I know of.
I mean, that was quite a drop.
It wasn't
Then
horrible
looked at it
from,
I don't
Less.
know.
yeah.
Oh, that was visit.
Oh, I see.
Views
what
were
you're
down.
doing.
Yeah, views were 98 this past month and the month before. there were 111. So I mean, it's not a huge dip.
Okay.
The views, yeah, went from 285 to 189.
Oh, views. Oh, I'm so
Yeah, I
sorry.
was looking at the
But,
views. I know, it
Yeah,
just
I
seems
have-
like an odd thing, like all of a sudden nobody wants to look, or why did they want to look
I
before?
was gonna say it was way up from January and February though. Still, April is still higher, so there's something happened.
Something
as an
happened.
outlier.
I'm not sure what that was. I haven't looked into it.
And again, I go back to my other point about tying back in closer with the chamber. And seeing if we can get some more promotion through the various chamber members to help those website visits and page visits and things like that.
Yeah, Ashley did push out the Bree survey that I did. She pushed that out for me.
Yep.
So, and that did help a little.
What was the response? I didn't remember asking.
I just got another one in today, so I'm up to 11 responses.
Okay.
We sent out 219.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, that's for a first
Right.
time. I don't think that's
For
bad.
the first time, right?
Yeah, to give you some perspective, for our comprehensive plan survey, we mailed 3,000 postcards and still only had 380
Oh,
responses.
okay, yes.
So
10%.
yeah,
Good.
yeah,
So,
Voting.
it is.
The surveys have they been mostly positive?
yes, mostly. There were a few things, people, and nothing bad. They just had things that they wanted to discuss.
Good. That's
So,
what it was for.
yeah. I had 3 people so far. I haven't looked at the one from today, so I don't know if she's requested a visit from us. But 3 did. We've conducted one on Monday, and then I've got 2 more set up for next week and the following week.
Awesome.
So,
What else y'all got on reports?
so here next month I'll be able to put that we had Bree visits. Yay!
Okay, good. And talk about what was in the responses that were,
Yes. Yes.
that's exciting.
Anything else on reports?
If we could make the record reflect that John Chambers arrived at 12:29.
How often does a retail coach give us any kind of report as to what they're doing or finding?
I have a meeting with them once a month, and so they'll send me a report once a month. So what I talked to with you about this time was our last month's report. I should have another with them before our next meeting.
Perfect.
It's my computer. Sorry.
So they give you an idea how many people they've been contacting and
Yes. Yeah, and that's what shows up on where I talk about retailers and restaurants on the bar graph. That's what I put in there.
Okay, there's nothing else on reports. I believe we have executive session,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So the time being 12:34, and we will close the regular meeting and move into executive session.
Okay. Y'all will give me just a couple of minutes. I've got to get everything shut down. Let me get this.
So,
Can y'all hit those for me?
And what,
Just touch it. There we go.
Is there one last question?
Oh, we're
we have to ask it of staff later.
Okay.
Time is now 12:59. We'll call it 1 o'clock exactly. We are back from executive session. We have no actions to take at this time, and staff has their job. So at 1 p.m., we are adjourned.